Hey guys, welcome to Blue Truck Media. My name is Blue Truck Chuck, and I have a thing for blue trucks, apparently. So, what I'm going to be doing is bringing you guys mostly auto show coverage, car and truck shows. It's going to be a lot of local shows if you're in the North Carolina area. There'll be a lot of shows local to us with a little bit of blue truck wrenching mixed in. You might recognize me from being over on the Stock and Drop channel, working on Bluey a little bit, and Slick, and Todd's truck, Sunburnt. But I wanted to create this channel to focus more on the show coverage and things like that because I really enjoy doing that. So, like I said, I'll be hitting up as many local shows as I can, and there'll be a few shows that I try to get to throughout the year that require a little bit of travel. This year, I've already been to Run to the Sun down at Myrtle Beach. I think I can definitely say that'll be a staple in the show lineup from here on out because I had an excellent time there. I'm going to try to make it up to Maggie Valley this year for C10s in the Valley. I tried to go last year, but due to Hurricane Helene and Mother Nature had other plans, we didn't make it up there. But there's a whole list of other shows that I've been wanting to go to that require a little bit of travel. So in the future, hopefully, we'll try to mix a couple of those in, and as well as the just all the local shows that I can make it to on Saturday and Sunday, and maybe some cruise-ins on Friday night and things like that. But just wanted to jump on here real fast and introduce myself to you, tell you the vision of the channel, the direction where we're going, and what hopefully you can expect to see going forward. I'll take you a quick tour here of the trucks, kind of tell you a little bit about them. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with that. If you want to see more about the different trucks, basically Slick down here on the end, I'll link that down here to the Stock and Drop channel where I did a whole series on getting that truck, getting it roadworthy, and just different things to get that truck running and getting it where I can drive it up and down the road. But I'll do a quick tour real quick for you. So we'll start with kind of the flagship truck in the lineup. This is my 85 C10 that was affectionately named Bluey by my son. Not sure if that was because he likes the show Bluey or because the truck's blue or maybe a little combination of both. But this truck has come a long, long ways. I actually got this truck from Todd. He got the truck with the intentions of using it as a kind of a parts truck, and I got it from him and decided to part it back together. I'll put a link, or I'll put a picture in here of how the truck started out. It was a bare shell, had no interior, no motor or transmission. It was a couple different colors, had some body damage, and I was able to take my time and really get it back worked into shape. And I'm very pleased with how it turned out. It is basically done. I would love to put a different set of wheels on it eventually, but for right now, we're going to rock the old rallies, and everybody seems to like it pretty good with that. The next truck in the lineup is the second one that I took ownership of. This is a 1967 C30. It's a cabin chassis truck, and got it from a gentleman down the road, a farmer that we do a lot of work with. And he has used this truck for many, many years. He's the second owner of it. When I got the title from him, I noticed the original issue date was 1973. So he's had the truck a long time, and judging by the body of it, I think he's hit everything with the lottery in it. But that's okay. It's an old farm truck. That's how it was used, and it is what it is. Only thing I've done to this truck is I swapped in a rear end out of a 98 GMC pickup dually. It's wider than the cabin chassis rear end. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do yet on this truck, what kind of bed I'm going to put on it. I've toyed with a utility bed or a flat bed, or I've seen some really cool wrecker bodies that look good on these trucks. I just don't know yet what I'm going to do. This truck's kind of got put on the back burner a little bit for whatever reason, but it's still here and it's not going anywhere. It'll get something done with it eventually. It was originally a dual fuel truck. I still have the propane converter and all that stuff that was on it. It's originally a 6-cylinder truck. Still got a inline 6 in it right now. But I'll throw some pictures up of this truck when I first got it. Still had the tank on it. He had the tank mounted on a stand, kind of right here on the back of the stand, mounted like right in here, and it stood up, and the tank was kind of like over top of the cab, and then obviously it had a flatbed on it, and he had a big tank on the bed that he used to haul chemicals and things like that into the field whenever he was spraying and planting and all that stuff. But yeah, this truck, it's got a little bit of sentimental value because it's just been in the neighborhood, the area that we live in, for its whole life, and so I'm glad to keep it here and still keep it running and everything. It's not going to the junkyard. And the third truck in the lineup is the one that we have named Slick. Slick is short for oil slick because the front and sides of this motor are covered in oil from it leaking over the years, and we hopefully got most of that fixed. But you can go back to the Stock and Drop channel and see my video of bringing this truck home and getting it running and making it roadworthy. And that was a lot of fun. This truck's been a lot of fun to work on. I've really enjoyed it. Not really sure exactly what I'm going to do to it yet. I'm obviously going to do a height adjustment on it. Just don't know yet whether I'm going to static drop it or bag it, or what I'm going to do. I never really had any intentions of bagging a truck, but the itch is kind of getting to me to do one. So we'll just have to see about that. There's one project in the shop ahead of it, and then it's going to get brought in and get worked on. That's the lineup: the 72, 67, and the 85. And that is the namesake of the channel, is Blue Truck Media.